This is our second last presentation of today, to be honest, and we are a bit tired. We have been walking a lot of steps, and to carry the camera is some work, to be honest, right? We are back here at the Canon booth. 2 days ago we had a wonderful demo of some of the Colorado machines from Canon, and today we're going to talk to Mathew Faulkner. I think we have known each other for some time, haven't we?
A few years, I think. Good to see you again,
Welcome
Mathew.
to be here. Thank you. Yeah, and thank you for having us here on your booth.
You're very welcome.
I mean, if you look at Canon, it's a huge company, obviously, and you have amazing technology and things like that, but is technology what drives your success alone?
It's a core of obviously what we do as a technology business and the way we innovate, but for us, what's really important is to support our customers, of course. And I think, if you imagine a show like FESPA, we want to inspire our customers to be able to show them new applications and perhaps emerging print volumes, and especially if you think about in current times over the last couple of years, printers have had to adapt to changing volumes and fluctuating mixes of work and a whole lot of production and staffing challenges, I'm sure. So, as well as having our core of technology, for us it's about how are we inspiring our customers to, I suppose, find their future, move out of this. Everyone's been in survival mode for so long. Now we need to look at what does the future look like. So inspire around applications and new emerging opportunities, and where those print volumes have come back. But then also to look at, and then technology sits in the middle, but then how do we help our customers make a success of those business models? How do we go hand in hand with them to ensure that they can implement some of these new technologies that they might take on?
The reason why I'm asking is also because I think that, I've said that so many times when I talk to Canon people, I think that you have, you have definitely not rested on your laurels during the pandemic. It seems that Canon has, you have maybe starved a little bit during the COVID, but you have a huge appetite for products and services and markets right now, right?
No, yeah, absolutely. As a technology business, we're very fortunate to be able to continuously innovate and to keep those conversations open with our customers. Through that very difficult period of the pandemic for everybody, we focused on how we support our customers, but during those conversations, also looking at what could the future mean for them, whether it's driven by macroeconomic trends that we know have changed consumer behaviours. Much more now of expectations about immediate deliveries. I can order something today and get it this, later on or tomorrow, but also a greater appetite for choice and personalisation, which then you can link that back then to how do we as printers and print businesses then tap into some of those changes. So and then through that, looking at what innovations do we need to develop and bring to market that support our customers to take hold of some of those things. So I see it's a really exciting time now, moving away from the last couple of years and actually being able to look at new things and how do we kind of push on and help our customers innovate.
Yeah, I can't help thinking about that. Everything in the digital transformation. Canon has been in the digital space for many, many years, right? I would say that when you started, it was an entirely different industry. Then you bought OSE, and then you have been really developing into both the commercial space to this exciting FESPA segment, so to speak, right? And I must say that, of course, everybody has been expecting that it will move to digital. But it seems that now is the moment where things are really, really taking on the digital, both because of speed, quality, consumer change and demand, these kind of things. Is that something that resonates with your thoughts on the market? Or?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think as you say, we've always had digital transformation. I was thinking last week actually that I think this summer will be my 30th year working in the printing industry. I know you can't believe it, can you? But
no.
30 years. Well, you think back to when I started. We were also going through digital transformation. Film was still being used to make printing plates, but it was produced digitally.
Those kind of films, right?
on image setters.
Yeah.
And it was the very early days of inkjet printers. I think we used to call them roll-top printers because they had a roll on top. It was really kind of imaginative, and that was opening access to digital print in studios for the first time. So, well, you can see there's been that digital transformation journey throughout, but now I definitely agree that there does seem to be, the pandemic has accelerated a whole load of trends. So, the wallpaper, the UV gel wallpaper factory that we're stood next to is a great example of an application that was, a very specialist application, but big print volumes produced in an analog way. But now we've already surpassed 1 million square meters of wallpaper production on Colorado just with our EMEA install base. So, and that's really just scratching the surface of an exciting new application driven by consumer trends for, spending more time at home, working remotely. I want to decorate my spaces. I want that choice as well. And I think for us to be able to use one of our core technologies with a partnership of someone like Photoba, who provides the roll input and the rewinding and slitting system, it's opening those new markets to our customers. So to me, that's a great example of something that can't be digitized. You can't digitize packaging, you can't digitize things like wallpaper applications. So great print volumes and opportunities.
But if I look at the industry for a second, it's like, when you have like trends that are moving toward like digital, for example, right?
Yeah.
It also opens up for a lot of competition because everybody wants to have a bite of that potential in the market, right? I think that the strength of Canon, and we went to, I don't know if you know, but we went to both Venlo and Boeing to see your
yes, I saw,
yeah. And it was basically fantastic because you see, when you come from the outside, you see it's a huge commitment you do. Just to have 2,000 people employed for R&D, it costs a shitload of money, right? To be very blunt, right?
Yeah.
But I still think that when you say that you follow also the customer trends and you follow the market trends, I'm just thinking that maybe sometimes trends are developing faster than you can do in R&D. So sometimes somebody may come in and disrupt the market. Is that something that you consider as a threat in Canon from time to time? Or?
Yeah, no, it's a good point, because I think on the one hand you can respond to the needs of customers to the way you innovate, but in any big technology company, there are long-term roadmaps to make things happen. But I think we also, have been successful in actually innovating from a creative point of view. So, Flex Finish Plus that we're launching here at the show is a way that we use the unique properties of UV gel to change the curing so it can be matte and gloss in the same finish. So probably, a property that we knew existed, but actually we could innovate more creatively. And I'm sure there's similar examples on the Arizona portfolio. Probably nobody was asking to print 300 layers of ink to make a textured finish.
Probably not.
It was a creative idea that came, that develops the software that means users can simply create this texture maps and then be able to produce. So there's that mixture of, yes, we're following the markets, and yes, we are looking at innovating, but also being creative in a way and coming with ideas that will, inspire our customers to perhaps think about how does that apply for their business, and that might lead us into other directions that we learn successes from our customers as well. So,
last question here: how has FESPA been for you guys?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been.
Have you rang the bell?
We've rang a lot of bells. Yes, I'm really pleased to say we've had fantastic reaction. FESPA is a sales show for us where we've been really successful. But I think for us, it's fantastic to be back at live events again. Meeting with customers and being able to kind of share some of what we're doing and also learning from them. And I think when I look around the whole of FESPA, it reminds me after 30 years in this business what an amazing, vibrant industry we're in. And you see, I think sometimes print, internally and externally, the printing industry is quite often perceived as a bit industrial. And it's made by, print's made by big oily machines with big cogs. But actually you look around a show with all the technologies of cutting edge print technologies and software and robots and automation and data.
But you can put it in a way it's creative. You look stunning things. It's about friendships across the vendors. It's a people's business, right? And I think it's still a growth opportunity for a lot of people.
It's massive,
And it's just identifying where you want to go in order to make sure that you hit that hotspot, right?
Yeah, it's finding the right application for any customer. It could be building on what they're already doing. It could be a niche. We saw lots of niches during the pandemic, actually being built on and being grown in print businesses. So yeah, it's just finding the right path. That's something we want to help our customers find.
I was just about to say that Canon wants to help because the one that find the niches where you can support them, that is where you want to be, right?
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Great. Thanks, Martin.
Nice talking to you again.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Just hang on a second here. This was Mathew Faulkner from Canon. It was great talking to him. And now we're heading to the last interview of today with Fujifilm. So we're just heading in some direction. I don't know where it's right now. Thank you very much.